Just working on our fundamentals and touching up on just the little things that we do, and just working hard, just continuing to move the ball, work hard on defense and offense. But, since it's postseason, we just have to work on emphasizing all the stuff we've done in regular season.
Obviously, you played very well against New Haven. You started out on a 38-0 run.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Is that kind of what you guys want to do in the playoffs? Is start off hot and just kind of build a cushion for yourself at the end of the game?
Yeah, that's always a goal, but postseason usually don't see that much. So we need to keep that in mind when playing teams, because even if you do have a 20-point lead or so, there's always a chance that they can come back. So it's not over till it's over, and we keep that in mind. And we've just been working on a lot of different game situations that could happen.
What concerns you most about Columbia City? Obviously, they know how to win.
Mm-hmm.
They won the NE8, which is the second biggest conference in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your biggest concerns? What do you have to do well against what they present?
They move the ball really well. They're a good shooting team, and I just think our defense really needs to be on point. They do a really good job of pushing the ball on offensive transition. So as long as we're getting back, we're containing the ball, we should be in good shape.
When you look at Homestead and your record and what you guys have been able to do, obviously the goal is a semi-state championship, is hopefully a state championship. How do you keep it focused on a game that isn't for a trophy and is against a team that most people expect you to beat?
So Coach Parker always emphasizes one game at a time. So, in order to get to our goals, we have to play one game at a time. So we can't look ahead at our next goals. We have to keep on looking forward to what's up ahead.
I'd say what we're harping on at practice is getting back on our defensive transition for sure. Sharing the ball, we got a lot of really great players, and I believe that if we share the ball, we're going to be really, really good. And I think that we have the people to do that.
Obviously, you started out on a 38-0 run on Tuesday night. How key is it for you guys to start games with that type of presence, with that type of flash, and build yourself an early lead so you can kind of control the tempo and control the way the rest of the game goes throughout?
It is really important for us because, like we said, we like to get a really early start. But I believe that both on the offensive end, we need to get back on our defensive end. Obviously, scoring 38 points, we're doing really well offensively. But defensively, I believe that that's definitely a big key for us as well going into these next really harder games.
What do you know about Columbia City? What are your biggest concerns about the Eagles heading into Friday night's game?
What we know about Columbia City is they were first in their conference, just as like we were first in our conference. And I think that we're going to have to, like I said, really lock up on defense. They got really good players, just like we have really good players as well, though. So I think if we work as hard as we do, pass the ball, get our best shots that we can take, we're going to do well.
You got the NEA champ, you got the SAC champ, like you said, but you guys are expected to win a game like this. Given that the bar for Homestead is regional championships, semi-state championships, state championships, knowing that this is a game that's not necessarily for a championship, and you're expected to win, how do you keep the focus on game to game and making sure you take care of business and don't overlook somebody on any given night, especially in the postseason where a loss means your season is done?
Well, like we said, we always take one game at a time. Like I said, our focus on Monday night was New Haven, and now our focus is Columbia City. We're not overlooking, any other nights after that. We're going to make sure we look at our personnel that we have to guard on Friday night. We're going to get ready. We're going to work on what we need to work on. And then after Friday, if we get there, it's Saturday. So we just got to focus.
What are you most looking forward to about Friday night's game? It's the highlight zone game of the week. It's, like I said, two conference champs going head-to-head for a sectional semifinal. That's a pretty good matchup.
I'm really looking forward to just getting to play with my team. I love to play with them. It could possibly be our last game. Not saying it will be or not, but I just really love playing with all the girls here. They're my best friends, and it's just definitely one of my favorite things to do, and playing Friday is just going to be really fun.
The big thing is we stick to the fundamentals, just how we do all year, take one game at a time. But, obviously yesterday's practice geared a lot toward Columbia City and what we need to do to be successful Friday night. And tonight we'll come back a little bit of a walkthrough, but then focusing on what we do well, and what we're going to have to do to be successful.
When when it comes to high school athletics, a lot of what it takes is just learning how to win. Columbia City has done that. They won the NE8 title. They win games. They win close games. What concerns you about what they do, and what concerns you knowing that this is a team that has confidence and knows how to win a basketball game?
Yeah, sure. Well, the big thing with Columbia City is they're a very fundamental basketball team, so they're not going to make a lot of mistakes on their end. So they're going to value their possessions on both ends of the court, just like we're going to attempt to do. So that's something that when you play a well-coached team and a team that's had success, that you're definitely aware of. And by them winning that conference championship for the first time time, and I think many years, or at least since the NE8's been in existence, that they've got a lot of confidence coming into Friday, just as we do coming off our SAC championship.
Obviously, a 38-0 start is pretty ideal. How important is it for you guys to get off, especially in playoff games now? Get off to a good start and really give yourself some pad and give yourself some cushion early in the game where you make the other team play catch up for the rest of the night.
Well, that's very important because momentum's a big thing. Runs in basketball games are very important. So you get out on top. There's just so many more things you can do when you're playing with the lead than when you're trying to play catch up and you're playing from behind. So good starts are big for us. It's an important thing that we emphasize on both ends of the court. And it starts on the defensive end, getting stops early just as you need them late, and then on offense, just working hard to get good shots.
The bar for Homestead has been set: regional championships, semi-state championships, state championships. How do you keep the team's focus on a game where people expect you to win and you're not playing for a championship? I imagine it can be somewhat difficult to keep 14 to 18-year-olds focused on the task at hand, but I imagine that's what you're trying to do.
It starts with practice number one. That's very important. We emphasize that every practice, every game, valuing every possession, getting better, and it can be tough. And, the success we've had in past years, the players have graduated. These kids now feel the burden of that expectation by our fan base and the media and everything else. But we always talk about it. We're up front. We want that target on our back. So let's learn how to play with it. Let's learn how to play under pressure, how to play in big basketball games by toughing up our schedule. So, we do everything we can with that to be proactive so that there really aren't any excuses when we do play in big games.
Anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
No, we're just excited to continue to play and go out and represent Homestead Friday.